dusty streets, no poles and an old ball. Doesn't look like a place for an international football star, but this is where Thembi Kgatlana started in Mutlakeng. We get a chance to catch up with the Banyana and Houston Dash star to get an idea of what it's like to play overseas.
On and again, opportunity here. She's running against Harris. And now, this one's over. And it won't be disallowed. Thembi Kgatlana.
Thembi, thank you very much for inviting us into your hometown. It's an absolute pleasure. It took us a while to get here, but we really wanted to catch up with you before you get busy with Banyana and going back to Texas. I suppose the perfect way to start this interview is where did it all start? I presume here in your hometown with your family. So tell us a bit about your past, your history, and a bit about your family.
Hi, Marine. I'm Thembi Kgatlana. I'm 22 years old. I was born and bred in Mutlakeng, and it all started just outside where your cars are parked. I used to play with the boys, and then from there it all went to the gravel field when I was 8 years old, playing with for a boys team. I used to go to school in the primary school that's just down the road, and every time at school the boys would talk about how training went, and I felt bored and out of their circle, so I decided one day I'm going to join them for training, and that's where I ended up in the gravel field, playing for the boys from 8 years till I was about 11 years old when I found a female team right here in Mutlakeng called Pama Ladies. And then 2011 I went to the High Performance Center, and then the very same year 2011 I went to Denmark with the Pama Ladies team, and then from there I joined the U17, the U20, and initially joined Banyana before I could move to Houston Dash.
It seems like a small space in time, but obviously there was a lot of hard work put in. Tell us about, before we talk about football, tell us about your family, your mom, your sisters, your brothers.
I have two brothers, Mpo and Tumelo. We like Tom and Jerry, we always fight every day. And then I have my mother and my father, we stay here together. And I'm the only girl in the family. And
the rose amongst the thorns, or the other way around?
I don't know, because I just don't spend a lot of time at home. I'm always away, so every time I come home I feel like I'm left out because the family is always gelled together, but every time I come home I feel welcome and it's nice to be back at home.
Is your family proud of you, everything you've achieved so far?
Yeah, my family is proud, especially my dad. Like, he wants every single t-shirt for Banyana, for Houston Dash, every time. And every time he goes to his friends, he's there to brag about it and tell the people how I grew up from a family that doesn't really have much to making it into the charts of Houston Dash and initially Banyana.
And I'm sure that's your dream. You now are playing at the highest level of international football, but to give your family a better life, to give you a better life.
Yeah, it makes so much sense now that when I started playing soccer, I didn't even think that I would be earning a salary. I didn't think I'd play overseas. It was just me and having those conversations at primary school that I fell in love with the game. And today I can be able to look back from where I come from to now that I'm able to change my family's circumstances with the money that I get, and to change my future as well, going to school and combining soccer together.
Absolutely, and that's so important. So was there ever a thing that, oh, look at this girl playing football, why does she want to play a boys game, that kind of thing?
Not really. Maybe people had that, but I never had that because like I said, it was I fell in love with the game because it was a conversation at school and I wanted to be part of it, and at the end of the day it led me to playing soccer with the boys, and from there I didn't care who said what, and at one time I got a hiding from my parents because I got out of the burglar window to go just to play with the boys, and I was banned from going there because we have a gravel field closer to the highway. It was not safe for an 8-year-old to go there alone, especially a female player. So it was like kind of dangerous for me, but I still went there because I wanted to play soccer.
You speak a lot about your love for the game. So tell us that feeling when you put on your boots, you get ready to go for training, whether it's here at home or whether it's in Houston. I'm sure that feeling is still the same.
It's definitely still the same, but I mean, it's much better now that I have a professional team like Houston Dash. Like, I have a meaning of why I'm playing soccer. There's a reason why I wake up each and every day, to be able to inspire someone, whether they play soccer or not, just in South Africa, someone who plays a different sport, but to see me at a very young age becoming so successful and still wanting to achieve more.
your neighbors, the kids around the area, do they come when you're home and say, can you teach me how to play ball? Can you teach me how to do this?
No, the kids, they just bother me. They want soccer ball. So every time I come, I just need to have like an extra soccer ball, like for them, so that they can be able to play. Because people know me because I play soccer. So there's no way that I cannot have a soccer ball. Even today in the morning when I came back from training, there was 2 boys standing at the gate saying, "Thembi, please, can you please have a soccer ball? Can you please?" And unfortunately, I didn't have one because I gave them the last one last time I was home. But it's still a great feeling to be able to see your neighbors and everyone supporting you and loving what you're doing.
What are some of the challenges you face as a footballer in South Africa?
I think getting sponsorship, because females are compared to males, that if males can do this, females cannot do that, and we see the distinction between Banyana and Bafana. The
And
money,
yet we know who's the winning team.
and we see the money issue as well. We see how Bafana gets a lot of things and Banyana is still struggling, and how big sponsor like Castle would sponsor Bafana, and Sasol is still permitted to sponsor Banyana whether they fail or not, and they still there. And I mean, there's a lot of companies that can actually be giving to sponsor Banyana, but I mean, those are the challenges that we face, and as well as gender inequality, that people in the street say that I'm a boy because I feel comfortable in wearing pants, or comfortable in wearing a t-shirt. Now because my neighbor's child wears a dress, now it doesn't really make me look like a girl. Those are the things I think I faced when I was growing up, but now because I know more about it and that no one can make me feel otherwise, and now I really know that I can live my life the way I want it.
Thembi, I do understand that you have a training session to go to, so we're not going to waste any time. Thembi is just going to get changed inside and put on her boots and get ready for training at the field just down the road where it all began. Thembi plays in the USA for Houston Dash and plays on some of the most beautiful fields on the world. But when she gets to come back home, she comes right back here to the field in Mutlakeng where it all started. Thembi, I said that you play on some of the most developed and beautiful fields in the USA, but it's always good to come back home, right?
Yeah. I think it's amazing to be back home, to play with the same guys that I started playing soccer with. Even though we don't play in the best fields, as you can see, it's a gravel field, and it's not considered to be like the safest field ever, because you would get injuries and knee injuries and ankle injuries. But at the end of the day, this is where I started, and I'll always come back here.
Let's talk about your experience in Houston Dash. Coach Vera Paul, who used to train Banyana, obviously I'm sure you were in touch with her and she got you to come up through to Houston Dash. What is it like to be training in one of the biggest clubs in the world?
I think it's the most amazing feeling that anyone could ask for, because like I said, I come from this place, and having to be in BBVA Compass in Houston is amazing. Having to get over 2,000 to 3,000 fans, something that you don't get for women's football in South Africa. It's quite amazing, and the process of me living here in Mutlakeng and going to the United States humbles me a lot, because a lot of the boys that I play with look up to me, and as well when I was growing up I was looking up to someone else. Now it inspires me as a player to continue playing, because I've got people who look up to me, and every time they come they want a t-shirt, so that's a way of me motivating them by giving them the t-shirt to say, guys, it's possible. Even if you come from a place where there's nothing, you can make it in the big leagues.
Absolutely. I'm sure the structure is a lot more professional than what we're used to in South Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the big league's about.
Yeah, sure it is. You have to be on time because they treat you as adults. It doesn't matter at what age you are. They expect you to be on top of your game, and it's something that you learn and see how things are done by the rest of the world compared to where you come from.
Absolutely. And just your experience with Vera Pauw, I know there was talk behind the doors when she was here in South Africa that there were a bit of issues with players, but you seem to have a good relationship with her. I mean, she's given you the opportunity at Houston Dash. She's still the great coach that we always thought she is.
Vero Pro has been a great coach for me. I don't know what other people think, but it's because she looks at not only young people, but she looks at talent to be able to groom it. You look at Linda Motlalo as well, who's also from just in Randfontein, also 20 years old, and she's still playing in the NWSL as well. We were under Vera's wing, and she took us under her wing so that we can be able to pursue our career, because she saw a talent in us. And she's still the great coach because she comes from the Netherlands, where they have all these things that we do not have. And when she came to South Africa, she made sure that we get the best of what the world could offer with the talent that we have.
Absolutely. Your dreams for the future, your goals? Kind of just living the dream right now.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't say you live your dream when I'm 22 years old. You know, there's milestones that need to be reached. I still look to play for the UEFA Champions League, to play in Europe, to play for all the big teams, and to be able to be in the FIFA Awards. It's something that I look up to as now at 22, that it's something that I want to build up from Houston Dash. There's always a way forward.
Absolutely. Players that you look up to?
I'm looking,
Maybe started, I'm sure it changed.
No, it hasn't changed. I looked up to Nompumelelo Nyandeni, and when I went to Banyana, I was starstruck, like, oh! But now she's my friend, and we play together, and she still inspires me. Well, she's 30 years old, and the things that she does with the ball is amazing. And also to see a woman football in South Africa at that age, to be able to continue playing, and she's still in the team, and she still plays well at that age. So I still look up to her.
Your advice for young girls that want to get involved in the sport but feel like there's no future, maybe there's not enough support for women, or that it's not a sport for women?
I think the young girls, they should not be like me, but you know, it's up to the circumstances that you're faced with. Like this field is not far from home, and as I said, that I started loving football the minute I came to play with the guys. So even if your parents do not allow you to come play with the guys, just find a small piece of field where you can be able to equip yourself to train, you know, to be able to be fit, so that you can be able to be recognized by the national team coaches that go around the whole country to recognize talent, and eventually you'll make it.
And it's been such a pleasure spending the day with you. You've motivated me, inspired me to continue doing what I love. I love to hear the passion and see the passion on your face when you talk and you play the game. Thank you for everything you do for this country.
Thank you so much.
Thembi, thank you very much for taking your time to speak to us today. You've really inspired me and motivated me to keep doing what I love. I see the passion and the love for the sport when you're talking and when you're playing. Thank you very much for everything that you've done for this country. Well, Thembi will be back playing for Houston Dash next year, and we certainly hope that all her dreams and goals do become a reality. From all of us at the Ringside of Life, bye-bye.